I'll never forget, a few years ago I underwent some treatments for cancer. And once all those treatments were over, once it looked like the cancer had been soundly defeated, this just incredible renewed sense of life I felt, of gratitude, of joy, of understanding the importance of positive thinking. For about a year I had like just this incredible energy, and then of course you normalize again. But I've always tried to keep that sense of positive thinking with me. And I think we're experiencing this with the pandemic. How awesome was life before all of this? You took it for granted, right? All these amazing things. And even though we're experiencing a pandemic, there's still so much to be grateful for in life. All you'd have to do to realize that is undergo more hardship. And I'm not trying to minimize anyone who's suffered from this pandemic, who's maybe lost a loved one or something like that. That's, of course, tragic, and I'm sorry. But imagine if you could flip a switch and the pandemic was gone. Think of the party that the entire world would throw. There would be more energy, there would be more joy packed into that moment than I think someone like me would have ever experienced in my life. You may have seen something like that, you know, if you lived through World War II and celebrated on V-Day. Must be incredible. So I know things are hard, but it's nice almost to get a perspective of how great things can be and how grateful we should be for those good times, and how excited we can be because this will end. And when it does, taking that sense of joy, that renewed sense of gratitude, and really using it to push forward and excel. I can tell you, after undergoing those treatments and finishing, the sense of like vigor, renewed energy I had toward my business here, totally, it wasn't failing, but man, did it, like I turned it into a machine. It did so much better after that. And if I hadn't come at it with that renewed vigor after going through those treatments, I don't think it would be strong enough to survive what's going on right now. So this stuff is super hard on businesses like mine. And it's only surviving because it did really good the past few years after I hit it with that renewed sense of energy. So I'm really grateful in a sense that I had that timing. And I'm excited to see the optimism that I hope we all experience together as we move past this pandemic, whenever that may be. So point of all this, what does it have to do with martial arts? Well, it's all connected. The way we think is connected to everything that we do. Thinking positively will help you in life, in business, in relationships, and it will certainly help your martial arts training. Imagine if you're sparring with someone who is better than you. That's going to happen sometimes. You can think negatively about it and think down on yourself. How could I be so bad? I could never be good enough to get this guy. Or you can go at it and say, all right, I think this guy might be better than me, but you know what? If I can get 1 point, if I can just get 1 point, that's progress. And then you're thinking in a way where you're improving upon yourself. You're not immediately defeating your journey. You're progressing forward in your journey. And that's all due to the mind. That's where this stuff all starts. It has to start with positive thinking. And this week, of course, we have Thanksgiving, which, it's a great time with family, friends, food. But I think it's neat that we have a holiday set aside to express gratitude. The people who are experts in positive thinking, they talk about gratitude all the time. Often they will just every day write down, 5 things that makes them grateful. And if you start the day like that, that really can change your outlook you're feeling that day and give you a renewed sense of energy every single day that helps you get out there and accomplish being basically the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. That comes from positive thinking. So let's try to be as positive as we can as we endure